So what are you most interested to see?
I want to see everything.
Are you more interested in the trucks?
Well,
or
I like
how
the
it's
trucks,
made?
I like how it's made, I like everything.
There you go. I like it.
I mean, I'm Silvi's biggest fan, so of course I like
That's
everything.
what I hear. So basically we have the three main ingredients, which you have water, cement powder, and then aggregates. So
I forgot that word, the
yeah, that's
aggregates,
just the sand and the stones. We have all different size stones that we use sometimes also. So.
Yeah.
So the first part we're going to talk about is the water side of concrete. So this right here is a big 20,000 gallon water tank. So we'll actually go through that on a busy day. We can go through almost 5 times that amount.
Wow.
So it's constantly, we're draining it, filling it.
Yep.
The temperature of the water is also very important.
Right, makes sense.
So in the summertime, if the concrete gets too hot, it'll set up much quicker or too quick.
Yeah, because doesn't concrete generate its own heat?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, so the hotter it is, the faster it's gonna set up. So inside this trailer, we have big 300-pound blocks of ice.
Oh, wow.
And we'll actually slide the ice down into this machine, and it'll basically make a big slushy, and it'll go right into the barrel where it's mixing up, and it'll cool down the temperature of the concrete.
It's amazing.
So our materials come from our own quarries and our sand plant. So this material is trucked here from our Bellmead plant.
Yep. Do you guys have your own dump trucks, or do you just?
No, we do have a few of our own, but we don't use them for this. We use so many that it would kind of be hard to keep track of. This plant itself sometimes gets 200 deliveries a day.
Wow,
so
that's a lot.
Just to keep track of that is a lot, so we would we have all of our haulers that are actually outsourced. All right, so this truck is delivering our 3/4 57 stone from our Bellmead quarry. So that stone will be going into here.
Oh.
So these are, it's a tunnel bin design. So if you guys just very carefully, you guys could peek in over here. These just got done yesterday. These are all brand new bins.
Oh, wow.
So you can see how that funnels down.
Yep.
So if you see these belts going all the way up top, we'll start the belt, open up that gate, and material gets brought into the plant.
Wow, that's amazing.
This is a unique type of stone. We call this lightweight stone. So we'll use that for balconies and bridge decks where you don't want a lot of weight overhead, but you obviously still need the strength of concrete. So it needs to be wet because it's so light that it'll actually float. So we'll soak it so it becomes dense enough to when concrete becomes a finished product, we don't have stones sitting on the top. All right, so I showed you 2 out of the 3 sides of concrete. This big silo up here, that's our big cement silo.
So you keep cement in there?
Yep, that's cement powder. So we call that silo Big Bertha. So these tubes that run from the bottom into the plant, those are called screws. So it's just like our barrels, now it's has like a corkscrew design. That'll corkscrew cement powder up into the scales, and that's how we'll bring that into the barrel to weigh that up and make concrete.
Wow. And what about the cement domes? They carry cement powder too.
Yeah, so the domes hold the material when we get it shipped in on the Delaware River, and that they will bring that from there to here, and then they'll deliver it to our silos. We have 2 more up here also that will hold some different types of cement.
Cool.
So here is.
I remember this truck. This is the one that Santa Claus rode in.
That's right.
Remember that truck?
Yeah, I remember that truck.
This is Santa Claus.
Yes.
How you doing?
I didn't want to say
I'm all right.
Good.
Hi, Harry.
Oh.
Go say hi.
Hi.
So this is our QC lab.
all the plants, they have a setup where they'll have a stove, and then in that cabinet back there we have a little sand shaker, and then in here we have the main stone shaker.
Oh, wow.
So all the plants have this. Only 3 plants have a brake machine, and then this is the only plant that has this whole lab setup.
Oh, wow.
So I'll give you a quick rundown of what we're all doing in here. This is cement, slag, sand, and water. And this is just cement, sand, and water.
Oh, yeah, it feels different.
And you can see too, this one's a little bit lighter than that one, and
yeah.
that's the result of the slag. Because slag is actually white, and
Oh.
cement is gray. There's 2 types of concrete in this world. Concrete that has cracked and concrete that is going to crack. It's always going to shrink, and when it shrinks, it cracks. So you ever notice you go to like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, whatever, you notice how like the floor is
Yeah.
like cut out in that grid
Yeah.
pattern? So those are control joints, and that is you intentionally create a weak point in the concrete so you maintain the structural integrity of the slab where you want it to be maintained. So what we'll do for certain jobs is we'll make these shrinkage beams.
Oh.
So they go in these molds down here,
Mm-hmm.
and then in each end we put these pins. Take this, got our comparator here. It's very sensitive, so you gotta be careful. Now, get that out, stick it in here. And you spin it, then it'll tell me the length of the beam. And what we'll do is we'll measure it every 7 days.
Interesting.
And then that change in length is going to tell us how much it's going to shrink. And based on how much it shrinks, the lower the concrete shrinks, the farther apart those saw cuts can be put in the slab. And so we've got these are equilibrium cylinders. So
Ooh.
we have lightweight concrete. I'm going to hold that cylinder. It's actually a little lighter than you might think.
Oh, yeah. And this is normal concrete?
Yep, that's normal.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a difference.
You want to hold it? Alrighty.
There's
Yeah, and then if you hold that, it's
Yeah, it's
a little bit lighter. Yeah. This is the fun part, or one of the fun parts. So this is where we break all our stuff here. So this is our compression machine. So this breaks all of our cylinders. This here is our flex machine. So, you want to see how it works?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Take the cylinder, throw it in this mold here, throw the other mold on top. And so what this is doing is this entire bottom assembly is actually being pushed up into that top bearing block. And it's going to continue to do that, and then eventually once it gets to a certain load on that cylinder, it's going to slow down and it's going to apply a constant force onto that cylinder so you don't shock the cylinder. If you put too much force on it too soon, you get inaccurate data, you get a bad result. All right, so we're up to 95,000 pounds of force. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna go bang. There you go.
Wow.
Broke at 8,800 PSI. So it broke around some of the aggregate, but in some parts of it, it actually broke the rock itself.
Wow.
Which is good for us. That lets us know that we have a really strong paste, and that's what we want to see. And so typically once you get past like 6,000 PSI, you'll notice your aggregate actually starts to break.
Smooth sides, like, so it will be like this.
Yeah, just like that.
You just put it like that.
Perfect. These are really quiet.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, they don't make any noise.
That didn't even make a noise. It didn't even make a noise.
So when the cubes break, this is a really good break. So we want this kind of pyramid shape in the top and the bottom. This is what we want to see. So this is a really good cube break right here. Check that out.
Perfect for you, Joe.
Yay.
Oh, now it's all over the floor. Oh my goodness.
I applied too much force with my hands.
I got
Now you can do one
Oh.
Now it's a real pyramid.
And then
Oh yeah, look at that.
hear you're one of our fans.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm John Silvi. Pleased to meet you.
Hi, Mr. Silvi.
Now call me John.
Oh, hi, John.
Who's this guy?
That's Joseph.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good to meet you too.
I'm Joe, the grandfather. Very nice to meet
Good to
you.
meet you there. So we'll get you guys back here and start working when you're 19.
Yeah. Any sooner? He's ready now.
He drives the
Well.
kitchen home and everything.
How old are you again?
He's 10.
Well, when I was your age, there were no laws, so my.
I know, you were driving trucks when I
You're right.
Everything.
You heard the story, huh? That's
heard the
true.
whole story.
Say Sylvie on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sylvie.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been awesome.
Well, thanks,
It's been a
guys.
great
Yeah,
day.
well-
Stay safe. Have a
We
great
will.
end of the summer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, it's back to school pretty soon,
Yeah,
huh?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The only thing I do like about school is I see your trucks drive down 206 all the time.
Well, hopefully they're all behaving themselves.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
they're
usually they
being
are.
safe. Well, that's good to hear. You report them to him if they're not.
And maybe we'll come back by and visit you
Okay,
one day.
you do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I'll always be your biggest fan.
I'm gonna tell my wife that.